Enra me ba be ye recap. Na recap no because na exactly a year on His Excellency John Dramani Mahama winning as president of Ghana in I mean exactly 1 year on ayekoko to aba by this time na ye hu say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama we winning massively na ngofo bebre akasa na it looks like 1 year on the NPP are still in pains na nipa ba kwa wo kasa pan Afenyo markin or the nkrata tetentin bi aba betudwa na me pese ye go through nsemu Afenyo markin wo because me won sem kan efa Afenyo markin nsem ne ho mesrel and your first time we have subscribe na click the notification bell ne so we hear the latest news bi aba on sa ebeka mesrel suku ko ehu hia tertiary ehu hia na ende arehosem ne se nkrofo bebre na akwa akotro wasi na wo mo akwa akotro no omontumi ampaase ye ope school bi akọ na wakwa akotro wasi ni ye so that obe pass na wakwa akoye course bi a wo pese wo ye ewo university school a me dem platform ebe recommend ya ma Sanctuary International School ewo Dansoman na school we na nsenya wo mo de nkola bako 300 enetro exams ba kumpo mfeli frɛ wo mo 05093660006 they have a hostel facilities a omo beje akola to ho atre na de yi na wetumi pass exams no na wakwa akoye course bia wo pese okokoye ewo tertiary me sanso srɛ wa wo tie me no se wefu so na opese wefu eba form in 10 ma me recommend book amount na me amenemo kasei embre bi na mefu eni and amenemo kasei same person mefu eni na book no kyerɛ nyama miensa book no kyerɛ ye no ena me di so ena ma mefu aba form sa ope book ni bi ato a 0558074986 ofre ana WhatsApp ya yebe ma book no ni PDF ewo WhatsApp ana ni tree video 100 cedis pe obi a wo hwe wo YouTube no there is a link in the comment box o click a link then so a unsa be kan book no passion what you say now young concept ni mo so this is what Afenyo markin is saying or say 1 year after Ghana's democracy or say 1 year after Ghana's democracy at the crossroads and Afenyo markin wants to let Ghanaians believe say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama 1 year ni wababe dane mampenyi ana 1 year ni ayato abama no ase Mahama nyame bi a wo ye no or ya say Ghana ye democracy that's what Afenyo markin is trying to allege by yanking kind I say Ghanaians voted for change but are we getting transformation or just retribution? As minority leader I must sound the alarm before it is too late. 1 year ago today, I watched as the people of Ghana rendered their verdict at the polls. It was not the outcome my party, New Patriotic Party, NPP, whatever, developments in freedom had hoped for, but it was the people's choice, and I respected it then as I respect it now. Democracy demands nothing less. But respect for electoral outcomes must run both ways. Those who win the people's mandate inherit not a license to govern anyhow, but a sacred duty to govern responsibly. 1 year on from that historic vote, and nearly a year since President Mahama's inauguration on 7th January 2025, I must speak a difficult truth. Those who won the people's trust are living dangerously. I say this with neither partisan glee nor malicious intent, but with the deepest concern of someone who has spent 2 decades actively watching and participating in our body politics, who loves this country and who fears what I see unfolding before us. Honorable Afenyo markin, you see, let us all be truthful to ourselves. The better na hana me kasa about politics. NDC ni. Let us be truthful to ourselves. So walk as asemo walk no enye politics na opese ye enye partisanship na Afenyo markin we all know asemo wo be ken partisanship. From your introductory paragraph or your introductory page, I have not read what you want to say. I don't know what you want to say, but I know where you want to go to. Obviously, you are going to talk about get to talk on. But yen can yen share. Also, the pattern we cannot ignore. First came the purge. Thousands of citizens working lawfully within state institutions and parastatals were sent home without just cause or due process. Then came the unprecedented removal of the Chief Justice Manka. Inti obeso atre say NDC twa sabia to ho. Asane say first omo ba ya Ghana phobia na ya for omo adwuma mu no ya clear omo efiri ho. Another one Chief Justice. Now the top echelons of the Electoral Commission and the Office of the Special Prosecutor face the same fate. Afenyo mark. Aje, that is Afenyo mark unim say Jimenez obe come boy. Because His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has just forwarded the petition. Ose ya buy na Ghana for ye Ghana for ye get to talk on Sisi and Mahama did the same thing by Jimenez any special prosecutor. NPP for pick a side. Ose a pattern emerges, clear as daylight. Party hawks are the ones apparently driving the agenda. This is not reset. It is retribution. This is not legacy building. It is vendetta politics dressed in the language of renewal. When the government spends its energy removing people rather than creating opportunities, when it focuses on settling scores rather than solving problems, it reveals its true priorities. And those priorities have nothing to do with the welfare of ordinary Ghanaians. Meanwhile, where is the promised 24-hour economy? Where is the industrial transformation? Where are the jobs for our young people? A word to President John Dramani Mahama, your rare second chance. Oyenoka said, Mr. President, I address you directly now with the respect your office commands and the candor our nation's situation demands. Let us begin with a simple historical fact. What you achieved in December 2024 is extraordinarily rare in democratic politics. A president who lost an election, who spent 8 years out of power, who watched 3 complete election cycles pass such a leader almost never, who watched 3 complete election cycles pass, such a leader almost never returns to the presidency. Globally, you can count such comebacks on one hand. Grover Cleveland in the United States, a handful of others scattered across more than a century of democratic history. This is not ordinary political victory. It is a remarkable restoration of public trust. That feat alone should be profoundly humbling. It should serve as a clarion call not to the hawks who appear to be dictating your government's agenda, but to you personally. Mr. President, the people did not bring you back to watch you preside over a government of removals and retribution. They brought you back because they believed, they hoped. They brought you back because they believed and they hoped that you had learned from the past and would deliver transformation in the present. When history judges your presidency, it will not count how many opponents your government arrested or how many officials were removed. It will measure what you built, what you left behind that improved lives and expanded possibilities. When we speak of President Kufuor, we speak immediately of the National Health Insurance Scheme, a transformative policy that continues to serve millions. When we mention President Akufo-Addo, we think at once of free senior high school. Regardless of whatever criticisms one might have about implementation, those are legacies, concrete, enduring contributions to national development that transcend partisan politics. What will be your legacy from this unprecedented second chance? At this rate, history will remember it as the administration of removals and arrest of hawks dictating policy, whilst moderates stood silent and you, Mr. President, allowed it to happen. You see, Afenyo markin can't send be brave or can't send be brave. At the end of the day, is very typical of the NPP. Let us paint. There is a saying, or say, give the dog a bad name to hang it. Or crime in 1 year here. And so, per se, ukun crime in intino. Wash a dan, one ma crime no a dimbone. Now, one ma crime in dimbone, ye no. Unam so de kuno. Basically, that's what the NPP are trying to do. That's what NPP is trying to do right here. We all know what Afenyo Markin is trying to do. We all know your plan. We all know what you are saying. Found a way to bring in. You can't about legacies. You found a way to bring in President Akufo-Addo. You want to talk about legacies and you are mentioning President Akufo-Addo. You want to talk about legacies? One legacy Ghanaians will always remember President Akufo-Addo. Or then Nensa Elbo pensioners will seek him. Today you are talking about legacies. Say Mahama send ya washa here or Pame Nkrofo, what will be in a legacy? And it simply looks like say Afenyo Markin knows. Say ne ho beba asem into our account say ani ya sha here Chin Nkrofo into ye ba be chimia. Hey. Me wa Afenyo Markin, you a lawyer. Inyama His Excellency John Dramani Mahama who are accusing no. Treyen, which one of them are etia Ganambra? Which one of them? Beka se Mahama dia wo ye no wendi Ganambra so. Yes, Obi Beka so Mahama, but technically Ganambra ye name Ganambra. Send ya make an Afenyo Markin no nimra se me. Oh, you lawyer. Technically ye can. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, you no na single-handedly oyi get to talk on free one. Unim say Jimensa sobeko into what I see kasa. Said the single-handedly onu no oyi Jimensa na. Seni ye na yeti krum how. So why is it that Afenyo Markin is not asking a simple question? Say, why are Ghanaians not angry with His Excellency John Dramani Mahama? Say, oh yes, our actions. See, the entire His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, third term, no, it is getting a friend saying, people are rather talking about Mahama going for a third term. The entire, because Ghanaians are happy with what he's doing. Until 1 year on. Say still, bona ya bu NPP for no a dezimo. Inti mugususu, anamugususu in the name of we are human rights for ye say. But we certainly president be anywhere me president be anywhere me can presidencies are mehu president be anywhere or violated the human rights of Ghanaians since President Akufo-Addo. But ni na yeti name. So, yesterday, Afenyo Markin, don't make it look like, say, Mahama Bana Wabano, and the Obo Ghana Fombi, and the Ghana democracy, I say, and ye can't history crana. President Akufo-Addo no babe say ye democracy, because baby Mahama or the metrics nini na ejina, and Akufo-Addo by no di kunichi. Yesterday, we sat in this country, we saw you, and brand NPP Wabemo. You defended the indefensible. And then Afenyo Markin over train and say, Una oye Ghana for ya jinkwa. Yes, raw. Obi ananka opese ba mi ababedi yeso. Obi ananka opese ba mi abedi yeso. Yes, raw. We know your choice. And your choice is not something that is good for Ghanaians. Your taste is not good for Ghanaians. Muntre mwa your comment box ni mo medase.